Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Aarav's favorite rocket, his best friend for 4 years, is now broken, and it's all his fault. But what if this broken toy holds a priceless lesson? Let's find out as Grandpa shares his wisdom. Broken rocket, big lesson. Aarav sat on the floor, his tiny hands clutching the broken pieces of his favorite toy, his red and silver rocket ship. It had been with him for 4 years, soaring through imaginary galaxies, battling space pirates, and discovering new planets. But now, it was broken, and it was all his fault. Tears welled up in his big brown eyes as he whispered, "I broke it. My rocket is gone forever." Dadu, his grandfather, who had been reading in his armchair, looked up. He set his book aside and walked over, kneeling beside Aarav. Placing a warm, gentle hand on the boy's shoulder, he asked softly, "What's wrong, beta?" Aarav sniffled and held up the broken rocket. "It's ruined, Dadu. I was playing too roughly, and now it's broken." Dadu picked up the pieces carefully, turning them over in his wrinkled hands. "Ah, I see. This rocket has been on many adventures with you, hasn't it?" Aarav nodded. "It was my favorite." Dadu smiled. "You know, when I was your age, I had a wooden sailboat. I loved that boat more than anything. One day, I was sailing it in the lake near our house, and I pushed it too far. The wind took it away, and I never saw it again." Aarav's eyes widened. "What did you do?" Dadu chuckled. "I cried, of course. I thought I had lost something special forever. But then my father, your great-grandfather, told me something I have never forgotten. He said, 'Things don't last forever, beta, but the joy they bring us does.'" Aarav frowned. "But I want my rocket back." "I know," Dadu said gently. "But think about all the amazing adventures you had with it. The planets you discovered, the aliens you befriended, the space rescues you made. That joy, those memories, they don't disappear just because the rocket is broken." Aarav wiped his nose with the back of his hand. "But what if I never have another toy as good as this one?" Dadu chuckled and patted his back. "You might be surprised. Sometimes, when we lose something, we make room for something new, something even better. Maybe it's time to build your own rocket, design it exactly the way you want, or maybe another great adventure is waiting for you with a new spaceship." Aarav looked at the broken rocket again. He still felt sad, but something about Dadu's words made the sadness feel a little lighter. "Can we try fixing it?" he asked hesitantly. Dadu grinned. "Of course. And if it can't fly the same way, maybe we turn it into something new, like a space station." Aarav's eyes lit up. "A space station! That could be awesome." Dadu smiled. "That's the spirit. Every end is just the beginning of something new. Mere chhot astronaut." As they gathered glue, tape, and bits of old toys to create their new masterpiece, Aarav realized something. His rocket may have been broken, but his imagination was still soaring. And maybe, just maybe, that was the most important thing of all. Aarav's favorite rocket has been his best friend for 4 years, soaring through imaginary galaxies and thrilling adventures. But one careless mistake shatters it into pieces, leaving him heartbroken. Just when he feels like he's lost something irreplaceable, his wise and loving grandpa steps in with a story from his own childhood. Through his words, Aarav learns a beautiful lesson about loss, memories, and new beginnings. Will Aarav find a way to turn his sadness into something new? Watch this heartwarming tale to find out.